Settle down, you three, cried the aunt helplessly as the three children moved enthusiastically about the stifling, smeltery, and the sultry compartment. My fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. It was a hot afternoon, and we had the squaleric lady travelling with a small girl, a smaller girl, and a small boy. It was so hot that the iron tracks shone like German silver as the speeding train crossed the fertile plains of northern India to reach the land of kings, the state of Rajasthan. There was a bachelor sitting in the opposite corner. He was dark and doughty, but a deterministic fellow. He observed the surroundings very carefully. The little boy, he was 5 years old. He smashed the seat, producing a cloud of dust at each blow. And he asked, "Aunt, why are those sheep being driven out of the field?" The aunt replied, "They are being taken to a field where there is more grass." "But there is lot of grass in that field." "Maybe the grass in the other field is better." "But why is the grass in the other field better?" The aunt could not manage the children at all. She thought it was very difficult for her to keep them quiet, and so she called them to hear a story. She spoke about a girl who was much disciplined. She studied timely. She ate all her meals without denial. And when she was chased by a bull, her neighbors had come to save her. "Wouldn't she be saved if she was not good?" asked the bigger of the two girls. The aunt replied, "Yes, but maybe the neighbors wouldn't have come so fast if she was not good." "Ah, it is the worst story I've ever heard," said the child. The bachelor, who was seeing the conversation in the compartment, was very annoyed with the idiocy of the aunt and the restlessness of children, and he challenged the aunt that he could be a better storyteller. So he commenced. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Bertha. She was horribly good. Horribly good was the word that attracted the children. The word horrible with goodness was a novelty which commended itself. Yes, she was horribly good. She was so good that she received 3 medals for goodness. One for obedience, the other for punctuality, and the third for good behavior. She always wore them around her neck, and they clinged as she walked. Due to her accomplishments, the prince of the town had allowed her to visit his park once a week, which was at the outskirts of the town. There were a lot of pigs in the park. "Pigs? What color were they?" asked the enthusiastic children. They were black with white faces, white with black spots, grey with white patches. Some were black all over, the others were white all over. There were many other delightful things in the park. The crystal clear pond which had the blue and the golden fishes. Also the colorful birds which hummed the most beautiful tunes of the day. And Bertha was so happy in the park that she moved around and the medals clinged against one another. Just then, a wolf came prowling into the park to catch a pig for its supper. "A wolf! What color was it?" said the children. The bachelor replied, "The wolf was mud color all over, with a grey tongue and pale grey eyes which gleamed with unspeakable ferocity. And amidst this beautiful emblazon, the wolf could easily spot the clean white pinafore of Bertha. And as Bertha saw the wolf, she was so frightened. Her heartbeats grew faster and she wished she was never allowed into the park. She ran into the shrubbery of the bushes to look for a place to hide. And the wolf came behind her with huge leaps and bounds. She hid herself in the thickest bush possible. And the wolf tried to smell her out of the mitral bushes. But since they had a strong smell, she could not be smelled out. And the wolf thought it would be easy if he would go and catch a pig instead. So he turned around. But as he did so, he could hear the medals clinging against one another as Bertha shivered because of fear. And he knew exactly where the sound came from. He turned and pounced into the bush and tore the child into pieces. And the only thing left were the 3 metal medals. Wow! It was the beautiful story we have ever heard, said the children. Yes, so you see, my friends, there are 2 stories in front of you. One which was so well appreciated by the children, and the other which was not liked at all. So you see, goodness is not the only epitome of life. It is not the ultimate in life. Too much of anything is bad. Being too good is also bad. If Bertha wouldn't have been so good to win these metal medals, she would have lived like you and me. It's appreciable to be smart, clever, and be like an opportunist rather than be just too good. The aunt was very annoyed with the story. So she said, "It's the most improper story to tell young children. You've vanquished the efforts of careful teaching." The bachelor replied, "Whatever it is, I could keep the children quiet for 7 minutes, which is more than what you were able to do. Like I kept the MC quiet, isn't it?"